Hello there guys, welcome back to Younes Talks Football, welcome back to a brand new video. I hope all of you are doing well today. I have a gift for all of you. What is that gift? You're getting a double upload. Yep, you're getting a double upload. We're bringing the doubles back. Why? Because a massive story has just dropped. And the preview to the Burnley versus Chelsea game will still be coming out later today. So make sure you guys are going to be there for that. I'll make sure that's uploaded for the evening. But to start off with, the news in regards to Paul Pogba. We've briefly spoken about Pogba on this channel before when the first initial test results came out and he tested positive for test, which is short for testosterone, which is a hormone that all men have in their bodies. But if you take extra, it gives you supernatural male ability. I'm kidding, it doesn't. But it enhances your performance. That's the whole point of it. It's a performance enhancing substance when added externally, into you. So I think that the first results that dropped was quite shocking in and of itself. But there was a benefit of the doubt, and is it gonna end up in any repercussions? Has he done this on purpose? Was this a mistake? Is this a fault maybe in the testing? Maybe he doesn't have any extra test. We have news. So we're gonna get into it. But before we do, I want to let you guys know, make sure that, to catch the preview for later on, make sure you're subscribed. Make sure you're hitting the notification bell. And hitting the like button if you do enjoy this. Do not forget, check out all the socials. They are in the description as well as on screen for all of you right now. Much appreciated. Now, let's get cracking. What's happened? So, it's the one story for this video as we go into a little detail. But we're going to start off with none other than Fabrizio Romano, who gave us the latest. Here it is. If it decides to show up. See, this is the beautiful, there we go, beautiful thing about recording live. Let's get cracking. Paul Pogba has tested doping positive, also to backup sample today. Juventus will now decide how to proceed with his contract as Pogba faces risk of a long-term ban. If we keep going, Ben Jacobs clarifies the situation as well. Paul Pogba has tested positive for testosterone in counter-analysis on a second sample. He is now at risk of a 4-year ban. We have Di Marzio with the detail. Paul Pogba's counter-analysis test confirmed to be positive for testosterone, reports Di Marzio. He can be disqualified from football for 2 to 4 years depending on few factors. Pogba can also take it to the National Anti-Doping Tribunal, or CAS, for an appeal. But we have detail that basically sums it up from Le Parisien today, saying Pogba risks up to 4 years of suspension. This sanction could be reduced to 2 years if he demonstrates he took the doping product unintentionally. Juventus have already suspended the payment of his salary and could now decide to terminate his contract following this positive test. Absolutely incredible when you think about what could have been, and you look at the way this has all ended for Paul Pogba. This is outrageous. Now, the one thing that we mentioned when the first test result dropped was maybe it's a mistake, right? Maybe he doesn't have any. Maybe it's just some sort of a drug fault, in terms of the testing. Maybe, I don't know, maybe he's innocent. This confirms he's not innocent, right? Could he be innocent in maybe being naive in what he took? Maybe he didn't know that what he took had testosterone? I find that quite crazy to believe if that's the case. Why? Because it doesn't take a rocket scientist. You don't need the best of medical professionals to tell you if something has testosterone in it. It should be pretty obvious. I don't think... Now, anyone that knows, please let me know in the comments, because I really want to understand this. Is there a product out there that has minuscule amounts of test in it that you might think, nah, this doesn't have any test in it? Surely not. I can't think of anything. And even if there was, and the amounts are so minor, it wouldn't be a case where it's picked up in a drug test for performance-enhancing abilities. You need to take a certain amount of testosterone for it to have an effect in terms of enhancing your performance and for it to come up on a drugs test. which is deemed as not being legal as a professional footballer. You know, if you have like little amounts in something that you think, nah, this doesn't have any, right? It won't come up. Or even if it does, it will show how much is there. And if it's not exceeding a certain limit as to what we as men have in our bodies, right, then there's nothing wrong. But what Pogba's done here is he's taken something that has a certain amount of test in it that is being picked up as illegal, basically, in terms of performance enhancing, in terms of the rules of football. He's not allowed. So how much was detected? That's the thing. So what did he take for it to come up of a certain amount that puts his game into disrepute? What did he take? What did he take? I can't help but think that he legitimately just went, yeah, look, I'm looking for some test. I want to enhance my performance. Hit me. Hit me. You know, like the bodybuilders, just go on, I need the test. Go on, get me the needle. Come on. Like, what did he take? He must have taken something. He must have taken something, and I find it very, very, very hard to believe that he had no idea. He might not have, but I have to be honest. If he didn't know, the person who gave it to him did. Surely, the medical professional that gave him what he gave him, he or she, actually, we don't know. Surely they knew. And maybe Pogba was naive. You have to be really naive, mate. You have to be borderline idiotic to not pick something like this up, or to just, you know, be given something and go, yeah, I'm going to take this, not a problem. Like, realistically, as footballers, yeah, let's be honest, you don't need to take anything. You really don't. You know, I don't understand some footballers maybe take pre-workout. Maybe they take protein powder. Maybe they even take little bits of creatine. Maybe, yeah? And even then, that's playing with fire in terms of creatine as a professional footballer. But maybe you're having a protein bar. Protein, just protein, yeah? Maybe you're just on protein. Fair enough, that's not illegal. But to start just consuming tablets or all sorts of substances, you know, this is, I don't know, propylene, sulfate, this, and potassium, sodium, this and that, and you're just thinking, as long as you don't know what the flipping scientific name means, you shouldn't be taking it, yeah? You really should. Stick to fruit, stick to veg, stick to meat, stick to chicken, stick to a clean diet, and maybe if you want some extra protein, go and get yourself a protein bar. But apart from that, as a professional footballer, you do not need anything else. End of story. So this is why I look at Pogba and I think, you're not innocent, mate. You're really not. Even if he didn't know, which I find, as I said, I think it's crazy. If he didn't even have an inkling that what he might be taking is dangerous in terms of breaking the rules, I find it incomprehensible that a footballer needs to go and take substances like that. You just don't. So Pogba has put himself in the fire here. And what does it mean? As it's been said by Le Parisien, is if he does prove that he unintentionally took it, which the only way is to not know what you took. Is to be told that you're taking X and you think it's X, but realistically you're taking Y. You know, you think that, oh, this is just a vitamin. Nice, okay, I'm just going to take a vitamin. Realistically, even then, you don't need to be taking vitamins. Just as long as your diet is in order, you're fine. There's no need. I find it crazy when people are like, oh no, vitamin this, vitamin that, vitamin this, vitamin that. Mate, just go and eat your fruit, veg, meat, chicken, and just do it consistently. You'll be fine. Make sure you're having everything that you need to have. You'll be getting all of the nutrients that nature has provided you with. And the rest is down to will. The performance is down to how much you want to perform on the pitch or in training. It's as simple as that. You know? So anyway, but if he thinks he's taken a vitamin and the doctor that's given him or the professional that's given him the vitamin has said, oh, it's a vitamin, best believe that professional he or she knows that's not just a vitamin. He or she knows there's testing there. Surely. If not, that professional should be fired. You're not professional. So there's been an error of judgment, or there's been, I would say, an intentional fault here, somewhere along the line, whether it's by the medical professional or whether it's by Pogba himself. But someone knows something here. The only way that Pogba gets it reduced to 2 years is if he can somehow prove that he unintentionally took this and he didn't know, right? I'm looking forward to seeing what's going to happen. But the repercussions are he's suspended for a minimum of 2 years. He's 30 years old now, so he could come back at 32 if he proves that he's innocent. At worst, he's out for 4 years and he'll come back when he's 34. There's nothing left. There's nothing left. Now, we are living in a time where, look, before I would have said your career is over. End of story. Your career's finished. Magically, it's not. And this is also part of the reason why I'm doing this video. Because Saudi exists. And look, I think in 4 years' time, Saudi football is going to be far more developed than it is at the moment. So they might even be in a position where they go, we don't need you. So this is where, look, for Paul Pogba, I am more leaning to the fact that, yeah, his football career is over. And it's sad. It's sad to see a player like that, just it ends like this. It's low. It's almost like leaving out of the back door, you know, rather than leaving from the big front door, you know, leaving out the back door in a sneaky way. You know, it just doesn't do him any justice whatsoever. But we have to go back to Alex Ferguson, Jose Mourinho. Look, top tier managers had a problem with him. Top tier managers looked at Pogba and went, nah. For whatever reason, Alex Ferguson, when he was Manchester United manager, had Pogba and went, nah, I don't need Pogba. Not good enough. And it's crazy to think, because technically and on the ball, we know that Pogba's a good player. A good player. But there's something else. I'm not saying he's a bad person, but I think the way he carries his professional life isn't at the requirement, isn't at the level that it needs to be for a player of his ability. It's just not there. And the whole Mourinho thing basically confirmed it, because it was Man United that brought Pogba back after he done what he done at Juve and was killing it at Juve. And then Mourinho's like, nah. After all of that, and even after winning the Europa League and being a part of that team where Mourinho really, you know, had Pogba as a part of it, even then, Mourinho was like, nah, mate, you're out the door. Why? It's not on the pitch. It's not in terms of his footballing ability. We know that. But there's something in terms of the way that he carries himself. And this has just put the cherry on the cake. Unbelievable. It's sad. Let me know your thoughts down below in relation to Pogba being suspended probably for 4 years, at best 2 years. And yeah, what do you think about the whole testosterone saga? What do you think about the fact that he's tested twice and been positive twice? That's a confirmation, mate. You got tests in your system. Simple as that. So let me know your thoughts, and I will see all of you later on for the preview, Burnley versus Chelsea. Make sure you're here for that. But yeah, it's sad. A player like that, to see it end like this, because like I've said, I truly don't think he's coming back from this. I think his career is over. I don't think we'll see him play football again. And if he does, he'll be very lucky. And if he's lucky, it will be Saudi. But even then, 4 years down the line, I think Saudi football is going to be far more bigger than what it is now. A lot more developed, with a lot more young blood coming into that league that is already starting to filter through now, that I think we're going to see in 4 years' time completely explode. So yeah, I don't think money's just going to be a thing where, yeah, get us the best players. Pogba, you're one of them. Come over. I think Saudi will be in a situation where they go, now we don't want that reputation. Because that's the most important thing for Saudi now, reputation. They want to host the World Cup 2034. They're doing everything they can in order to put themselves at a certain level, and they are exceeding that right now. Are they going to put that in jeopardy because of one player? I don't think so. So it's not looking good for Pogba. It's really, really not. So let me know, do you think his career is over? Do you think it's not? What do you think about the whole drug saga, the whole testosterone saga? Let me know down below, much appreciated. And I will see all of you later on for Burnley versus Chelsea match preview. Come on, you Blues, let's get into it. I'll see you later. Don't forget, guys, to hit the subscribe button, hit that notification bell to be notified once I have uploaded. Check out all the socials, they are down in the description. Much appreciated and on screen for you right now. And I will see all of you later on for Burnley versus Chelsea match preview, and looking into the Premier League weekend and seeing how it's all going to go down. Because look, I tend to be a jinx. Yeah. Yesterday I was talking about Brighton and I was going, "Oh, Brighton losing 2-0. Ha ha. What happened?" Yeah, they drew 2-2. So if I kept my mouth shut, maybe they would have lost. But look, are they going to continue that form into the Premier League weekend? Look, we'll get into everything in the match preview later on. So thank you all for watching. I'll see you later. Have a good one, people. In a bit. Take care and peace.